Hey guys, just a quick update on BTC. Since I'm trying to look for some Elliot waves, and just wanted to show you guys some tricks that I use in order to find them. Well, of course, Ekinashi for sure helps me to identify those waves every time as I show you my 1-day chart. My 1-day chart could look something like this. Went all the way up, correct the red candles, went all the way up to the resistance of the Kumo, and it might drop again. And what I use to check those waves are Fibonacci levels. Now, let's say I don't know where the 5 is gonna go, but in order to know where the number 3 is, I usually trace an inverse Fibonacci of the correction. So if the correction 2 to 1, and I go 2 to 1, computer is going slow a little bit, and right there, see, hit perfectly number 3. Okay, so that's where the number 3 was. So if we had only this part of the trend up to here, we could have detected the target by using a Fibonacci in this way. And then if you guys see closely, the spike hit 161 here. This was the BitMEX or whatever manipulation, whatever that was. And that day hit either Ikimoku Cloud and under 61% Fibonacci, as in this case too. Okay, so now the possible retracement that might happen, and I think it will happen. Now we can trade some other lines. This is the resistance of the rising wedge, and you guys can see how many times the resistance has been tested. So it's pretty good resistance. 1, 2, 3, oh, and 4. Right, so 4 points should be pretty strong. How much this reached? Oh, this is new candle. Oh, that's why I was like a little bit confused. I was like, didn't reach 7.3 today. Okay, this is new candle, right? So yesterday candle closed this high right there. It touched the high, sorry. Anyways, this thing is not working. Then if I could trace the support, and support here are kind of weird because we have these long wicks. But if I wanna consider the wicks, probably I will use this one and this one, and this will be right on where I put the number 4. But we have this Fibonacci that I keep using while I trace my coins because it's very important, and this correction might go right there where the 161 Fibonacci retracements is, and maybe go up. Let's remember we are on I can adjust these two here too if I want. We are on a rising wedge, and I don't know when will it break it, if it will break it, but for sure we need to be careful on those levels here. Where is it? This level here for sure. If we drop, let's remember Bitcoin is going on this third wave. If it's a third wave, I'm trying to figure that out, but this is another support we have to consider too, of the third wave, that if we break, we'll go down there. Anyways, let's check closely, because there are other waves that might tell us that we're dropping. So if I go 4-hour chart, here we go. 4-hour chart present another three waves, 1, 2, and 3. Actually, this number 2 could, oh sorry, no, I don't want to do that. Go back. Oh, my computer is boiling. Probably. Okay, so this is another Elliot wave, and let's remove this so you don't get confused with my Fibonacci, and let's remove the Kimoku cloud. This is another good Elliot wave. 1, 2, and 3, and which is a subway. How do you say subway? Subway. Let's make a sandwich. A wave that's inside the third wave. Okay, the third wave, of course, this is the biggest wave that we analyzed before. Let's make it dark. And your Elliot wave usually contains other little Elliot inside the pattern, and we should be expecting an ABC correction that arrives there. ABC correction they usually drop 50 to 60% sometimes if we want to go back up again. Let's see, if we retrace Fibonacci retracement of this one, this should retrace 38% in this case because there is lots of support. So my ABC correction has to be between those Fibonacci levels, but what we can do, we can even go closer to find another Elliot wave inside this pattern. Let's go check a 1-hour chart, and this is the one I just traced right now. Look how precise they are. Okay, 1, 2, and I say this one is not a perfect Elliot, but you know, again, I like to see fail Elliot because you know we're on a market where people buy and sell. Things are not gonna be perfect. So by looking in this wave, being the third wave or the blue one, we might see an A, B, C, D, E, actually, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And if I trace a Fibonacci retracement of this one, you know, I'm not sure how the waves will go, but I will be expecting something like 38. Usually they do 38, 23, 50, and then maybe we'll go down more. 4, 5. I'm not sure about this correction, how deep can it go, but I'm expecting for sure an ABC of this little one. An ABC, something like that, and then we can have an other ABC to drop down to 4 and have a full Elliot wave. ABC that touches here where the downtrend is. This is pretty good, but I wanna have a better look and see what kind of Elliot wave can I figure it out in this pattern. Probably a triple or a double ABC correction could fit in there, but those ABC triple and double are kind of like hard to predict, to be honest. You know, even ABC usually sometimes can be hard, not every time, but you know, ABC with XYZ, they're a little bit complicated, but I'm expecting for sure some correction at those levels. Then we can check indicators. You can see 1-hour chart, make the Elliot here. You can even see in the MACD 1, 2, and 3, RSI 1, 2, 3, and it's dropping. And you can see the waves here, 1, 2, and 3. So this is how you can identify Elliott waves. And what I do in order to see if those Elliott waves are legit, of course I gotta check all the rules, Elliott wave rules, but what I do, I try to use my my Fibonacci. What I do with Fibonacci, what I did before, a nice trend-based Fibonacci extension of the correction to know the target tree. If I use a Fibonacci from number 2 to number 1 and this target is like 161 or 261, usually in my own experience that's a nice wave. Okay, so let me click on 2, let me click on 1, drop back to 2 without cheating, and look at that. Look how precise 261 hits number 3. So that's massive. Now let's see if number 4, number 3, what level it reach. Usually the fifth wave is shorter than the third, so it might reach about under 61, but you know, let's see what happens first and then we evaluate things. So here, there, and down. Here we go. Almost there. So we hit 273. So you know, just a little bit below that Fibonacci extension. So guys, you know, I think it's pretty precise what I'm looking here. So make your own final decision. All right. Bye bye.